Cyberdogs and citizens of the internet, I have had a freaking epiphany. Oh baby, something in my brain has kicked into full gear, and I am super excited to share it with you guys today. Welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Survival with me, RENDOG'S. Here we are in the groves that we were working on in the previous episode, working on upgrading this wood farm into something that can actually be called a wood farm, something worthy of awesomeness. And I tell you something, my friends, I am in the middle of some sort of a Minecraft freaking evolution. And I'm so freaking excited right now that, I can't even explain to you how much fun I'm having playing Minecraft at the moment. I've literally just got back from work, and we're talking about literally about 4 hours ago. Got back from work. I got back at about 7:30 in the evening, and the first thing that I did was I put the new Kingdom Craft episode live, and then I fired up Minecraft Survival. I have been grinding away in Minecraft Survival now for a few hours, and then I've hit the record button, and here we are, recording some Minecraft. Man, all I can think about at the moment is Minecraft. My brain is basically in Minecraft mode, and I am having so much fun playing this game that, man, I can't even tell you guys, man. Check it out. I'm going to show you some sweet things that I've been up to over the last few hours. I have finished off, well, we finished this off in the previous episode, and I've spent the last couple of hours or so sorting out my inventory. I have also made for myself an efficiency 4 and unbreaking 3 pickaxe, a nice little diamond shovel, and I've gone and collected bark. I also upgraded bark. I gave it unbreaking 3 and smite 4, so now we have a decent freaking axe to be able to chop down all of these trees that we are growing. I have also stacked this chest with a whole bunch of sweet loot. I've been back to the strip mine outpost, got myself a whole bunch of cobblestone, some stone. I got myself a bit of moss stone and whatnot, and also collected a few bones from the mob castle. And I am ready to take this grove to the next freaking level, my friends. Damn! I am so freaking pumped for this grove. You know, the more that I've been thinking about it, I woke up this morning, I've been thinking about the grove. I was at work today in meetings, and I was thinking about the grove. And what I have realized is that I want to actually take this grove to the next level. Nay! I don't want to just take the grove to the next level. I want to take this Minecraft series to the next level, and that is my current goal, guys. I've got some really sweet ideas for this grove. Let me run them past you before I talk a little bit about my personal Minecraft evolution, which is happening as we are speaking right now. Speaking of evolution, though, evolution cannot happen before a cup of tea kicks in. Let me just get a tasty sip of this rooibos. Oh man, there we go. Now I am ready to play some Minecraft. Okay guys, let me break down my plans for this brand new wood grove for y'all cyberdogs out there. I want to automate this sucker. That is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to be automating this freaking grove. And you know what? It's actually not going to be that difficult to do. When I first started thinking about it, I was kind of intimidated by the idea of automation, especially automation of a wood farm, right? I mean, the problem with collecting wood is that you have to chop down the trees, and it's quite difficult to sort of make it into an automatic system. But I think that using our freaking brains, we could actually create something quite awesome over here. And this is my plans. These are my plans right here. I am going to create some canals running in between the different grove lanes over here, and these canals are going to have ice and water flows, and those water flows are going to push any of the logs or the leaves that drop from these trees when we come to do some harvesting. They're going to push those items all the way to the end of the grove over here, and then there is going to be a secondary canal that is going to send all of those items in this direction. And right here at the very end of the grove, we are going to be having a collection area where we are going to be sticking all of those items into a minecart, and we're going to send those items via the minecart all the way to the Viking district. And within the Viking district, we are going to create a wood processing facility, a lumber mill, if you will. and it is going to be awesome. Now, we're going to be automating as much as we can. And when I say automation, what I mean is when those items arrive at the delivery depot, I suppose, which is going to be over here, we are going to automatically fill a minecart. And when that minecart is full, that minecart is going to race all the way back to Mole City and deposit its loots inside of the Viking district. And when that minecart has deposited everything out of its butt, it is going to automatically come all the way back to the depot over here to be filled up again with the sweet wood and leaves and apples that are going to be dropping from these trees. Now, I hear what you guys are saying right now. A lot of you guys are saying, Rendog, I think that this is a little bit too advanced for your ass. I mean, you're pretty much a Minecraft noob of the most highest proportions. And yes, while that is true, my friends, I've been very quietly leveling up at Minecraft over this particular year, 2015, and I have one thing to thank for that, and that is the Kingdom Craft server. For those of you guys who have been watching the Kingdom Craft series, you guys will know that it is a collab SMP server that I'm playing on. And in this server, we have some amazing Minecrafters playing with us, the likes of which include my very good friend Iskal, Cub Fan. We've got Krillic up in there. We've got Good Times with Scar. We've got Stress Monster, and we also have Bevo on the server too. So we have got some seriously talented people on the server. And what I have slowly but surely over this year discovered is that there is in fact a better way to play Minecraft. There is a more efficient way to play Minecraft. In fact, there are numerous ways that we can automate our lives in Minecraft. And when I say automate, what I mean essentially, especially in Minecraft Survival, you know, in Modded you have a whole bunch of awesome things that you can do to make your life easier in Minecraft. But in Survival, you have to be really, really smart when it comes to automation. And essentially what automation in Survival means is making your life easier playing this game. And playing Minecraft with all of those awesome guys on the Kingdom Craft server has really opened my eyes to the amazing things that we can actually do in Minecraft. And you know what? I got to give a lot of credit to my good buddy Iskal also. I've been watching his Island series, Iskal's Island series. For those of you guys who haven't watched it, I highly recommend you go check it out because it is an absolutely awesome and absolutely amazing series. And Iskal does some incredible stuff in Survival in that series, and he really has opened my eyes to what is possible in this game. And you know what, guys? This is the time where this Minecraft Survival series, Minecraft Survival with me, RenDoggDog, we are taking it to the next level. We are leveling up. We are taking the series into the stratosphere, and we are no longer going to be building these noobish kind of builds that we've been doing for the last couple of years. We are going to be doing really, really awesome things to take the series into the future, to make sure that this series over the next couple of years stays fresh, stays awesome, and stays with the times of Minecraft. You know, over the last few years or so, the Minecraft community has really learned to discover some really amazing things about this game in particular, and about how to make the game easier to play, essentially, is what the most, what the most important thing about automation in Survival is. And this Grove project that we're currently working on is going to be our very first attempt to take this series into the stratosphere. This is going to be a very simple little bit of automation. If you think about it, all we're doing is installing some ice canals that are going to be sending items into a minecart. That minecart's going to take all of those items back to Mole City. I mean, it's easy, man. I mean, the concept is very easy, and I think that the execution is going to be just as easy too. So I'm super excited, guys. I hope you guys are excited too, to take this freaking sucker into the 21st freaking century, baby. Man. And speaking of Kingdom Craft, guys, I'm having so much fun on that server. And for those of you guys who never bothered to watch the Kingdom Craft series, I want to say that I'm angry. I want to say that I'm angry with your asses, and I want to shove something up your butts. But I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say that I'm kind of disappointed. I'm not angry. I'm disappointed, and that's actually worse than being angry with your asses. And I would really like to encourage you guys who haven't got into the Kingdom Craft series to go and check it out. go and have some fun with me and all the Kingdom Crafters that are currently on the server. We're having a load of fun there, and you know, there's so much inspiration to be had on that server. So much inspiration, in fact, that it has basically flooded over into my Minecraft survival series, and I'm waking up every day of my life just in the most epic Minecraft mood, in such an amazing place right now, especially when it comes to Minecraft, and my intentions are to really play the jazz out of this game and do as well as I can for you guys and for myself. So it's time, man. Rendog version 2.0 has arrived, baby, and you guys are here with me for the ride. It's going to be absolutely awesome. Now, what am I currently doing over here? Well, I'm preparing these canals for some iceage, is what I'm currently doing. And check it out. If we have a look in this chest, I have about, I don't know if we're going to have enough ice for this. I have basically 3 stacks of ice that I've salvaged from the mob spawner castle build that we're currently working on. We made a whole bunch of ice canals in that build, and I managed to salvage myself a few of those bits of ice. So hopefully that's going to be enough ice. If not, I'm going to have to go and grind the ice fields over here. Luckily, I've got bark with me. It's got Silk Touch 1, so I'll be able to do that. But I'm hoping that this is going to be enough ice for this particular project. Now, opening up this Grove project has, unfortunately, my friends, meant we've added another pretty large project to our current list of projects in the survival series, which includes the finishing of Mob Castle, the construction of the Jungle Railway Line, and of course the completion of the automatic farm that is known as the Victoria Greenhouse. There's one more project that we're going to have to open up, guys. To finish off the Victoria Greenhouse, we have to get ourselves a butt-ton of slimeage. And that is basically going to mean I'm going to have to create some sort of a slime farm in the swamplands, which are just past the Cyberdog drive-in over there. So that's another project that we're going to be cracking open, my friends. And yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a lot of projects open at the same time, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. It means that we've got a butt ton of stuff to do together right here in this Minecraft survival series. So pretty awesome. I'm pretty excited. Can't wait to get cracking, my friends. And yeah, you know what, guys? Now is your time. You guys out there who are amazing at this game, who know this game way better than I do, now is your time to help me out. Let me know. Hints and tips in the comment section below. Anything that you can think of to make Rentopia better, to make this survival series better. I want to hear from you guys. I read every single one of your comments, so get them into the freaking comment section below, my friends, my cyber dogs, and my brothers and sisters from all over the world. Baby, it's Minecraft time. It's gonna be sweet. You know what's really cool about working on old Minecraft worlds, my friends? Every now and then when you start a new build, you stumble across something that you worked on many years ago. And I think that I found just that. Check it out. I found this weird mineshaft thing while I've been digging out these canals. And it looks like, it doesn't really lead to anything interesting, but at some point it looks like we made a stairway and we were exploring down here. This is probably from season 1 or something like that, man. But kind of curious. I've been working my ass off over here to get these canals ready for authentication. You know, one of the challenges about taking Minecraft to the next level, what we were just talking about, is to make sure that you keep things looking beautiful while you make them even more awesome, right? Like that's the most serious challenge that we've got going on over here, especially in this particular build. I mean, we're talking about planting a bunch of trees, using canals, and we got to make sure that we find a way to make things look very, very beautiful while we do that. And I got some pretty cool plans for these canals, which I'm going to show you guys in a moment. But you know what, man? I wanted to give another person a bit of a shout out before we get going on getting cracking with this build. And I want to give a shout out to my new Kingdom Craft buddy, Good Times with Scar. Speaking of keeping things beautiful as well as making them practical, Scar is a very, very good example of a Minecrafter who can do exactly that. And I am so super excited to have him on Kingdom Craft and to do some collabs with him in the future. Man, I'm just, I'm super pumped, man. You know, I've been watching Scar for a while now, and I really, really appreciate and respect him as a Minecrafter. I think he is an absolutely awesome, awesome Minecrafter. And not only that, he's an actually really amazing person too. So for those of you guys who haven't checked out Good Times with Scar yet, link in the description box below. Go welcome him to the Kingdom Craft family. And if you like what you see there, hit the subscribe button. Let him know that I sent you also, man. Gonna have some, I suppose, some good times with Scar in the future, which I'm really looking forward to. But check it out, my friends. I've been working at digging out these canals, and what I'm thinking right now is to make these canals as beautiful as possible, I'm going to line them with these stone bricks like this. And then on top of the stone bricks, of course, is going to be our ice paths. And I think that's going to look pretty cool. The blue on top of these stone bricks is going to look pretty damn snazzy, I must say. We're going to be using signs, of course, to create these item canals. And hopefully I'll get it right first time. I did a little bit of this work on the mob castle when I was making the transport canals for the mob spawners. So I think that I've got my head around how the item transport mechanics work. I've also found an interesting way to raise items upwards, which we're going to be working on when we get cracking on the depot. And this is a build that I stole from Mumbo Jumbo, actually, after watching some Hermitcraft videos. So some interesting things coming in this Grove build, my friends. I'm just going to spend the next few minutes or so getting these canals ready for you guys. I'll bring you back when I've got something more to show you. Oh, cyber dogs, now we are cooking with gas, baby. Check it out, man. This place is starting to look fantastic. Just finished installing all of these delivery canals over here, guys, and I've also installed the final delivery canal, which is going to be sending all of those leaves and wooden logs and apples directly into our delivery system over there. And oh, it looks like I've left out a little bit of jazz over here that we can quickly fix this. But yeah, guys, it's starting to look really, really awesome, and we are now ready to install some freaking ice up in here, man. It's going to be absolutely sweet. Of course, the theory is that as we cut down the trees, some of the logs are going to go into our inventory, and some of the other logs are going to fall into these canals. And of course, these canals are going to deliver that loggage directly into our minecart, which is then going to go back to Mole City. I know that it's not going to be the most efficient of systems because some of the items will fall onto the lanes, but I reckon that we'll be able to collect those items as we run across the lanes. And you know what? We don't have to collect every single freaking item that we get over here, guys. You know, we're going to be cutting down a ridiculous amount of trees, and I think we'll be able to get more than enough of what we need, especially just from one run. Just doing one run throughout the whole grove, cutting down every single tree is going to give us an insane amount of resources. So I'm not too worried about that slight inefficiency. But check it out, guys. Let's get some of this ice installed, because this is going to be the next part of today's project. And man, this is starting to come together, isn't it? It's starting to look actually like something that we can be proud of right now. Before, it was looking a little bit janky, and of course before that it was looking ridiculously janky. And of course, what I've also been doing is adding a little bit of skirting. Dang it, fell down this freaking hole. Was bound to happen, wasn't it, my friends? Oh my goodness. And we're going to get some spawning down here too, so let's just close that up. But yeah, check it out, my friends. Going to get this skirting installed, and that's going to help to separate the grove structure itself from the surroundings, and especially help to deal with... Oh, hello there, zombie. What's cracking, bro? Man, how long have you been chilling down here? We might as well fill this up. It looks like this was an old creeper explosion hole over here, so yeah, little bit of damage was done at some point, but there we go. Let's get rid of this and connect up the final skirting. It's just going to help make the place look a little bit better. It's going to bring the whole place together, if you ask me, man. Check it out. Let's get this installed like this. And yeah, this build is really starting to come together quite nicely now, my friends. But of course, what we really need to do is create an item delivery system and make sure that it freaking works too. That is the most important thing. And it looks like, no, I haven't derped. Actually, yeah, this is going to be perfect. Look, it's actually working out quite deliciously, if I do say so myself, over here, guys. Of course, there are still things that we need to figure out. Number one, how are we going to be delivering the items exactly? That is pretty much the question that is on my mind right now. And I think that we can do a little bit of experimenting right now. Let's get some signs up in here. I went and got myself a bucket also. And I think there's a little pond over here that we can source some water from. There we go. And let's have a look, man. What we will do, I think, is start... I suppose we should start the flow of water from over here. We want to try to keep everything as symmetrical as possible, of course, keep everything looking beautiful. But say, for example, we start our water flow over here. Oh, look at how fast that actually pushed that. Jeez, check how far it pushed that little bit of dirt over there. Man, this is going to work absolutely beautifully, I think, guys. Let's just sleep the night away. And man, I'm getting super excited now because... what's going to happen here is as soon as the items land into the water streams, the ice below them is going to maintain their momentum, and that means all we need to do is set a couple of signs along the way so that we can continue their progress. So check it out. If we set a sign here and put another water source over here, that should hopefully, in theory, continue the momentum of the logs, the leaves, and the apples falling down from our groves over here. Let's continue the flow. Of course, what we want to do is make sure that the flow hits the... Oh, it's gonna... Oh, do you think... Curious. All right, let's do a little bit of a test here, right? So say, for example, we are cutting down one of these trees over here. Let's actually put bark to some good use and cut for ourselves down a little bit of an acacia branch. All right, acacia branch, get into my freaking belly. There we go. So we've chopped it down. And for example, if it's landed in this position in the canal like this... like this. Oh man, look at that! Boom! Okay, that actually went straight down into the secondary delivery canal, so that is beautiful. And if we install another little water source over here, but let's just make sure that it is looking nice and beautiful. Need to make sure that we have these stone bricks in every position that we need them to have. Let's stick another water source down there, for example. That's going to start sending the items in that general direction, like that. So let's try that one more time. Let's throw our acacia branch into this position over here. Oh, did it zoom off? I think that just may have zoomed off without us even being able to spot it. All right, let's try one more time. Let's try with some dirt. There it goes, man. The dirt is, geez, check how quickly that item is cruising along this delivery chute. That is absolutely epic. Jeez, man, that is very, very fast delivery. And yes, check it out. It went all the way over there. So, the delivery system is going to work, man. This is looking pretty awesome, my friends. I gotta say, it's a very, very simple build that looks to be turning out quite nice. Of course, the trouble is, if those items are going to land on this block over here, we're going to have a little bit of a problem. And of course, if they land on these blocks too, they're going to have a bit of a problem. There we can see actually one of those... Yeah, one of the saplings actually shot from the acacia tree all the way to this location here. So that's not 100% ideal. But I think this is going to turn out pretty nicely, my friends. Damn, I'm excited. So it's come to my attention that some of you cyber dogs out there think that I don't read the comments of my videos. Oh, isn't that cute? But it's wrong! Of course I read your comments, my friends. Check it out. Oh, you guys are so cute.